So let's talk about goals, how to go about them, how to set them, how to achieve them, how to reach them, all of the above, right? I know it sounds pretty vague, and I know it's one of those topics that a lot of people, they gonna try to throw under the bus, but if you think about it, bro, goals are needed. Because I know a lot of people just go about their day and don't even think about goals or set them. They more so just, I don't even know what they think, honestly. But when you look at life, right, you look at life and be like, God dang. But once you really realize how precious it is, how um, free willing life is, and yes, I'm going to say that word. No, it's not a word, but I just made it up. When you realize how much, let's just say, how convincing life can be, you know, you'll go about it very, very differently. You ain't gonna look at life the same way as you used to view it. 9 times out of 10, you probably view it as just another day. You wake up, you go to your day job, make your money, come home, probably do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying, chill out for the night, go to sleep, do it all over again. You know deep down inside that's not what you was called to do, right? I don't care what field you in, who you is, where you from. That is not what you was called to do. So stop acting like it, right? You know, one thing I heard was people be given into the lie identity and not their true identity, right? What does that mean? That means somewhere down the line, you was told, you know, this is all you gonna get, this is all you gonna be worth, this is all you gonna achieve, so forth and so forth, right? That's your lie identity. Your true identity is probably that idea that you've been straying away from for all this time. You know, everybody been telling you, oh, do this, you'll be good at this, why don't you just do this, bro? You know, so it's like, that's just something you just gotta be mindful of. Do not give into your lie identity, because everybody has it, especially the people who don't know what they're doing in life, right? Now, me, I actually know what I'm doing in life. It's just God got me so delayed that it looked like I don't know where I'm going. But trust me, I got a clear path on where this destination is going to take me, right? And it's just like, you know what? I had to give up a lot of shit just to get to this point, right? And when I say this point, I mean to the point to where not only am I free in this life, but now everything that I soon or once prayed for, let me say it that way, that I once prayed for is finally, slowly but surely coming to life, right? But if you would have known what I had to give up, I'm gonna say that again. I can't let that go by. You know, if y'all knew what I really had to give up and what you're gonna have to give up. See, y'all probably ain't done it yet or started yet, you know. But once you start, oh yeah, you're gonna feel it. You're not gonna talk the same. You're not gonna walk the same, act the same, look the same. You're not gonna think the same, right? Like my mindset has shifted 1,000 times, bro. And no, I'm not, because before I would always worry about, dang, well, I'm not qualified in this area. I'm not qualified in that area. None of that means nothing, right? God don't worry about who qualified. He only qualifies the call. And that's one thing I had to learn. Real life stuff. Like, he don't worry about who got qualified in this temporary life. He only qualifies the ones who's actually called, you know, the one who actually go through that test, man, who actually go through that journey that he put in your life. He put placement for your life, you know what I'm saying? And for me, my story, most of y'all know it. For those who don't, 2016, bro, that's when life, you know what I'm saying, really changed for me. And then that's when I had to double up, you know what I'm saying, shift everything, shift the whole perspective about everything, bro. And yeah, it kind of made me who I am today. So, like, from some people in my family who know, you know, they remember me as, oh, that one nice soft guy who was never aggressive or never mean, or, you know, he always had time for his family, the events, the family functions, occasions. I ain't seen that person in years, right? That person has been gone for years. So it's just like, You might go through that too. Not might, you will, right? I'm telling you, you're gonna get to a point where people do not recognize you. And that's what you need, right? You need to become unrecognizable, because the more you do, the more you'll be able to step into your true identity and not rely and just settle for this lie identity that you've been told all this time, right? Because look, once you start finding your true identity, that's when those people and all those environments, circumstances that you praying for, they finally gonna start to present themselves to you, right? Because now you're getting things aligned. Once you have things in alignment, you'll be much further ahead, right? Then that's when you'll start to see stuff shifting in your favor, right? Like I said, I wasn't like this a few months ago, almost a year ago. You know how much stuff I went through, how much life has happened. So you definitely do have to, I don't know how people get to where they go to without going through no test, bro. I'm sorry. If that's somebody who watching right now, then click this video off, because this ain't for you. This only for the real Mohicans, man, who come from that down under, man, who come from that other world. I'm talking about that other world where you just get written off. As soon as you come out the womb, they write you off. They look at your skin color, they look at your background, what area you from. Oh, write him off. I don't care if he was just born, write him off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta work extra harder, you know, really shift your mind harder, not be a product of your environment. So when all my, I can say this. When all my old ninjas, right? When all my old ninjas was like, dang, bro, like, you acting like you ain't with it no more, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. Seriously. It's like, I remember this too. You can't open new doors with old keys. That's the only thing that went through my mind when they were saying that. Like, bro, you act like you ain't with it no more. The only thing I was thinking, you can't open new doors with old keys, man. If nobody is willing to change their mindset, their way of thinking to get somewhere greater in this life, you just gonna have to move on. You know, you just gonna have to pick up and move on. It's gonna be hard, but when you're in that uncertain season, yeah, you'll find certainty. Certainty will find you, right? I'm gonna say it that way. Certainty is going to find you. It's not gonna be quick, fast. It's gonna take some time for it to find you. But once it do, trust me, bro, it's gonna find you. You know, once your frequency just develops in a way that it cannot be touched, messed with, in no way, shape, or form, that's when it's gonna show, right? Until then, keep working, keep striving, you know, never stop, man. Always have faith. Have faith, man. That's it. Relax.